bobbin. Check, check, 1, 2. Ooh, coming through clean. All right. That makes me happy because I was having some mic problems earlier. Ugh. Hasn't he pushed the button yet? Oh my goodness! Riot! Oh goodness gravy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official ROCKFISH Games stream, where I am your host and your guide, Eric Schrader, the community ambassador for ROCKFISH Games. I am your servant, I am your guide through all things Everspace 2 related, and today we are going to be finishing up our Khaït Nebula Stranger Skies story part gameplay. So I'm not going to go through like all the secrets and everything, but if we've got some time, which I'm sure we will be zipping around and doing a couple of secrets and whatnot. So yeah, cool, exciting. Whew, I'm a little out of breath. I had to run back downstairs after some little handling. I'm a father of 5. Sometimes a little hectic in this house. But don't worry about that right now. What we need to worry about is all this juicy goodness right from our stream save. All right, so we're gonna pick up right where we left off. And I believe we are getting ready to use the spatial bypass, which we just put together. Good stuff. So welcome everybody. Welcome. Got a lot of chatters already, both on YouTube and on Twitch. So good. Khaït is still text to speech voiced, right? Yes, correct. That will probably get updated. Well, no, I will straight up say it will get updated next year. We'll have more in regards to that in the spring of next year. So yeah, no worries whatsoever. We do have a very light roadmap for 2022 as of right now for anybody who's curious. We haven't revealed too much yet. Excuse me. Wow, that came out of nowhere. But we will be building upon that. We'll have more information likely by the end of this year. Very likely by the end of this year to give you a look at what's to come for next year. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be really good. So one other thing to point out, I know that there are a number of you guys who the second I load up, you're looking at the version number. You're like, what's he playing today? What new things is gonna he reveal? So I have a little bit of sad news. So before we do our streams, you know, we are always showing you like the latest and greatest builds that we're operating from, right? I say this every time. We have to smoke test it. That basically means we go through to ensure that it doesn't have like seriously bad bugs that would hinder the display of the stream itself, right? Well, this version hit some hiccups right out of the gate. So we reverted back to the same version you guys are playing just so that we could complete the story. So I can't show you any of the new teaser stuff, but I will still probably tell you about some of them that I was going to do. So there's gonna be that benefit. And I might have a couple screenshots, nothing crazy, but a couple of things just to show you. For example, we had talked about rectangles. Some of you might remember the conversation about rectangles, just consistency, right? Because we have all this stuff that's already fairly consistent, and then we have this text down here that's not, okay? So let me pull this up really quick. Oh shoot, did I close it? I closed it. Hang on, I have to reopen a thing that I closed. I'm smart. I'm gonna prep everything for the stream and then I'm just gonna close it all down. We gotta shut it down. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna show my screen really quick. I think everything works fine over here. Okay, so, oh gosh, all the music. Hang on. There we go. So what you see here, this is just a really quick sort of update to the UI. You can see in this lower right corner, this is a screenshot of what would have been the build I would have been playing today. But, you know, as I said, kind of got borked. It happens. Don't worry too much about it. But as you can see, we've consolidated everything into a more consistent design. When you hover over, you'll still get all the different details. So for example, when I'm hovering over this bottom right corner, it will pop out to something like this, okay? And you'll see that these, like this is very similar to like how you hover over the attributes and it gives you a breakdown of everything that's applied to those. This is kind of doing that same sort of thing. So you can see we have the 2 down here, which represents the primary weapon slots, gives us our primary weapons. The 1 is our secondaries, 1. The 4 is the consumable slots, 4. The 3 is our device slots, 3. And then the amount in cargo that you can hold, which is also just right here and how much is full right now. Very simple, very clean in comparison to the text that's just kind of like bridging across, which you can actively see right here. Music, please. Thank you. So the text below, we're just consolidating little things like that, okay? There's a number of other little UI tweaks and adjustments that are being made. For example, the text of the dialogue text. That's also getting a little bit of a makeover as well, just to clean it up a little bit. And yeah, so there will be a number of things to talk about next week in regards to just a little bit more clean UI elements. But I'm not here to just tell you we're working on UI and those little details. There's more actual content coming to the game too. You all know that. But we've been having some fun with some of that, and hopefully we'll have a teaser for that soon. Hopefully. So, Deshra says, does that mean more primary weapon slots are possible? So this is the information regarding that. These are specifically regarding the ship's stats themselves. The ship's stats themselves. So it's based on the type of ship that you are flying. So because it's a tier 2, for example, we have 3 device slots. And because it's a cyclone, we only have 2 weapons, 1 secondary, and 4 consumables. I know I'm blocking that, but you know. And also the cargo is dependent on what type of ship you're flying to. That varies by ship and also by tier. There could be some additional tweaks and changes to this depending on the wing types, body types, engine types, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. As of right now, it's very consistent per class, with probably a little bit of adjusting and tweaking in the future. All right, cool. So let's go back here. I really like the way our ship looks, so I'm not even gonna touch it. We're gonna get right back into it. What were we doing on our perks? Anything significant? Oh, we have a lot of stuff to distribute. I do like my hangar size being larger. We need those power unit HX1s. Oh my goodness. Otherwise, I think we're just gonna call this good from here, and we're gonna get to it. So let's go ahead and launch. We need to use the spatial bypass near the home base. So, as I had mentioned, this is where we last ended the run. We created this spatial bypass thing, this floating device that doesn't look super fancy. It's just like a thing. It's a thing. We made a thing, guys. Congratulations. And now we're asked to use it to try something else. And this is what happens. I see a comment regarding no more ship speed or more handling. That comes from modifiers. That comes from potential new ship parts and stuff. Like, that's what I just alluded to.
I told you. I knew this would end in disaster. You have been transported to a planet interior, never to find your way out again, and you will die here. Ha. I was right.
Alright, hi. No need to be so happy about it. Does anyone read me? No response. Where the heck are we? Let's just take a little look around and see if there's a way out.
She tricked you. The blue alien has achieved its deception.
I'm quite sure that's not what happened. Hi. There must have been a miscalibration somehow. I mean, I did change location, at least, and I am in one piece.
Excellent. So we're going to start looking around this environment. Some of you probably know where we're at already.
The wildlife in here is familiar. I'll be damned if I'm not somewhere back in the K Nebula.
The blue alien will have morphed into its true hideous self and eaten all of your companions by now.
Seriously? Hi. Get a grip. I didn't know you were imbued with so much imagination.
I am only stating possibilities.
You're enjoying my predicament way too much.
Wonderful. So, we are going to spend a little bit of time in here figuring out just a light little puzzle. We need to get
the radio silence gives
another
me
one of
some
these.
time to think about things. I mean, none of this is how I expected it to turn out. You know what I'm talking about, Hive?
I have not the foggiest.
I feel things have changed. All I cared about to start with was getting out of the DMZ, but I only seem to be becoming more embroiled in it.
You are certainly deeply entangled in the political intrigues of the region. Although I am certain you could still extricate yourself.
Yeah, sure. But then, what would be the consequences of that?
Woo! Alright. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and grab this other.
The more I realize that my commitments are here. In the Belgrades, in the DMZ. A freighter load of Viridium might get me back to the homeworld and in a very luxurious condition. But would I really be happy with myself?
Like, Adam's having a serious case of just like an existential crisis, right? Like, he's questioning everything, and I love it. You guys are following along. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue as well in the text to speech, but I'm excited for whenever we have this fully voiced for you to get the whole thing and why Adam's expressing himself in the way that he is, especially for those of you who do enjoy the stories from the start of EVERSPACE 1. Like, Adam's come a very long way from that point, and it starts getting interesting.
Happiness. Oh dear. Every philosophical discussion with a human always comes to this.
I need another one of these acid pouches. All right, thank you. Beautiful. Take the ancient rune. Awesome. Plug that in.
You know what, Hive?
More existential musings? Will it be like this until you starve to death?
There's a way out of here, I'm sure of it. But no matter what happens next, all I know is that I can't let my friends down. I have the feeling they are all counting on me. But I just can't figure out what the right thing to do is at this juncture.
All right, so we're just gonna kind of keep going through here, unlocking all the things, so we can get to the next segment. That drone, that cheeky drone, flew in front of my path. How dare he? And then we'll answer a couple more questions and whatnot as we continue to go through.
Things are looking up, Hive. I think I see light at the end of the tunnel.
So soon? Humans often mention such a thing when they are near the end.
No, I'm not speaking metaphorically. I really think I see a way out.
All right, so yeah, just to address this with a couple people now pointing it out. So the text-to-speech, totally a placeholder. Totally a placeholder. We see an individual saying, I noticed some of the dialogue got a little weird in places, particularly Maddox or whatever his name is, seemed to have a personality change at one point. Is that dialogue still work in progress, or is it all finalized and it just needs to be VO'd? So the contents, the text itself that you're hearing said from the text-to-speech, that's actually not 100% final. That can actually change before we get it to the voiceover, okay? So if you do see something that feels like, man, the character totally changed his personality, like the way that you put it, you know, you should put that feedback on the forums. Because even though while we're like looking at gameplay mechanics and systems and, you know, that style of feedback for balancing purposes and the fun factor, we also know equally that, you know, if you see something that just doesn't feel right story-wise, yeah, let us know as well. Be critical. It's fantastic. But yeah, absolutely do so. Absolutely do so. That's totally fine. As of right now, though, I don't know if we feel the same about any particular instances like that. But some of the cutscenes we know we've had to go in and kind of iron out those details a little bit further to help the characteristics of our characters be a bit more distinct. It's just a constant process in a work in progress situation, you know. So no worries whatsoever. All right, let's see what else we got. Will the consoles be fully customizable in the console version? Will the controls be fully customizable in the console version? So as of right now, to my understanding, they will not be. It's kind of a bag of worms when you get into console key binding through the console. But I'm sure I will get some confirmation of that from one of my fellow ROCKFISH individuals in the chat. I'm sure of it. But I know that was a big issue for us with EVERSPACE 1. Like, we simply couldn't do it. So instead we made control schemes and you could choose one of 4. I just play via PC. Mouse and keyboard is the way to live, let me tell you. But obviously we want to have those options for console players. And for sure we are going to make sure they have a selection at the very least. At the very least. All right. Is it possible to get a gallery in Discord of the ships and their part combinations? I think some people have been sharing it around. I might be able to pull up a screenshot of some of the stuff that we've shared already. Some of the concept art, rather. But a lot of that stuff, you know, being concept art, we have to be gentle with it, for one. And two, we'll have a lot more to show both in-game and also conceptually as we add more content as well. So I'll see what I can do on that front, Deshra, but I don't know how much I can go. All right, let's get out of here.
Huh, look at that. It's where we picked up Kala and Eduardo. Anyone back at base reading me?
There you are. Something wrong happened.
You're telling me, Kala, we ended up right next to your escape pod.
I think I know how. Why this is so. No other rips in this place, no other points. Only what is on my craft.
Adam, I believe this may have been caused by the lack of reference points in the cluster. Kala seems to have expected there to be other points. The experiment sent you to your present location because there was a very slight reference signal emanating from the cube within the escape pod Kala traveled in. If you can retrieve it, we will be able to calibrate a more exact travel, and create more reference points where we go.
Okay, let's try that. If we can get this to work without being transported into a sun's core, this tech could really be a game changer.
Alright, so let's head on over to the camp and pick up this cube thing and answer a couple more questions as well.
Let's see. There. Okay, I got Kala's cube.
Adam, there seems to be another matter.
Go ahead.
Kala seems quite upset by this turn of events. She is confused as to why no reference points exist in this end of the galaxy. This must mean she is a lot further from her homeworld than she first thought.
Well, do your best to comfort her and let her know that we'll do what we can to help her find her way home.
All right, so I see a couple of questions. Is the virus build super good? Well, I feel like that's what we need you to tell us. We're trying to make sure that there's a number of viable options. We don't want there to be just like one be-all end-all thing that everybody chooses. It's like, oh, well, all these devices are crap and all these are fantastic, so just use these. I mean, if you do that, that's also good in a way because it helps us understand like what people are using. But yeah, if you guys think the virus build is good, yeah, let me know. I like using the Annihilator virus. I think it's pretty effective, but we did have to nerf it because it was way too good in the past. Let's see. Hope the art book like with EVERSPACE 1 after the game releases. Let me double check that, but I think we do have plans to do an art book. Hang on, let me just pull this up. I have to refer to my notes because there's lots of things. Lots of things. Okay, so we do have, so through the Kickstarter, this is where I went through. So our art and sound edition and higher tiers will actually be getting a digital EVERSPACE 2 art book. So that tells me we're probably going to go in a similar direction of what we did with EVERSPACE 1. Do you like how I'm speaking like I'm not on the dev team? Like, oh, well, you know, based on what I see here, basically what I'm doing is instead of me asking team members, I'm just formulating a conclusion. But very confident that we will have a digital art book as well as the OST, right? The original soundtrack after EVERSPACE 2 releases, very similarly to that what we did with EVERSPACE 1. I also have a feeling that that will be in some sort of like digital deluxe packaging so that if you want to just get the game, you can do that. Or if you want the soundtrack and the art book and like free screenshots or something like that, something comparable to that, there'll probably be like that deluxe version you could also purchase, which might be like, I don't know, $5-10 more or whatever. I don't know the price points. That's territory I shouldn't even crack open yet. That's a Michael thing. So there you go. That's kind of what I know about that and where we're at and what's coming forward. So no worries whatsoever. Cool. At least you nerfed it now instead of after release. Oh, there's gonna be, okay, so David, there's so much that's gonna get tweaked and adjusted and modified through the course of this early access. Like, there are some systems that simply aren't even in place yet.
What comes next?
That are gonna change how systems that are currently in the game are gonna need to be updated. And I can't get too much more detailed in that other than just saying, we will be constantly doing sweeping changes through balancing. It's an all thing, all the time thing. German will be available, Patrick, in the spring of next year, believe it or not. We'll be adding German and all the different languages we're going to be localizing in the spring of next year. So I think we have 11 or 12 different languages. I could run through the list, but I don't want to pull up more information. I want to play this video game.
Steps to travel to. We must make the points in space to go between.
I think I got the idea. A bit like the Rosenstein Bridge.
Not like bridge, like fold, or rib.
Hey, Tarin, any word on the commissioner yet?
She is proving difficult to pinpoint. I am working on it, Adam, with the utmost urgency.
Okay, let me take care of a couple more things and I'll catch up with you.
Wonderful. All right, so congratulations! This concludes the main storyline for the current early access release. All right, thanks everybody for showing up to the stream. We'll see you later. All right, have a good one. No, just kidding. Obviously, we're going to be flying around. We're going to be showing off the fast travel system and what it's currently doing, and I might be able to tell you a little bit about some of the changes coming to that. Maybe, if I'm really fortunate and Hans Christian is here so he can check me before I wreck me. And yeah. So let's keep going. What we're gonna do is we're going to get some more of those bypasses so that we can jump around very nicely. Also, Shuzan, thank you so much for helping me out and dropping the language support and all of the languages that are also there, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Very, very good stuff. And Michael is also giving the added confirmation, which I really do appreciate, that we will release an official EVERSPACE 2 art book and OST on all reasonable platforms as paid DLC at full release, similar to the predecessor. Boom! Nailed it. Excellent. All right. All right. So we are going to go establish one of our first Eterna, or no, not Eterna, spatial bypasses. I think we need to go here, though. No, we need to go here. So instead of going to go save that lady's dad, we're gonna go help ourselves. Ari says, I finally tested this game and love it. Been waiting since Freelancer for a new space sim game, and finally we got it. I mean, if it's tickling your fancy, that's great to hear. We don't really classify ourselves as a space sim game, but obviously we do take a lot of inspiration from Freelancer. So I'm glad that you are enjoying the experience overall. I know that for me personally, like the last like space game that I truly authentically played was actually Freelancer. So this has definitely been a huge, huge favorite of mine as well. But yeah, we were very much focused on making an arcadey spaceship shooter first, and then being in an open world environment with RPG elements. So, but yeah, good stuff. Just want to provide that clarity, since I know that there are some like diehard space sim players out there who are watching the stream trying to figure out more about the game. And if you are a diehard space sim player, just take with a grain of salt that we are using an open world system, but we're not trying to like say we're 100% the most open world space video game you've ever seen of all time. That's not what we're doing. Again, it's focused as a spaceship looter shooter. All right? It's making that super duper clear. So yeah, oh, no worries, Ari, you're totally fine. I'm glad that you said it so we had an opportunity to talk about it for a little bit. It's great. It's great.
Like a research outpost?
It would appear to be so. It is called the BRI bioplant.
All right, some combat.
Tanks are
Here we go.
They store specimens. I wonder how they cope with those crazy religious freaks in the same neighborhood. Let's pay them a visit. So, this is one of the places Colin liked. I to establish a spatial
We're not even at
bypass.
range.
You are determined to risk your particles being rearranged for this alien technology.
You were just sure you didn't come up with it yourself.
I have other priorities, in case you fail to notice. Keeping you alive, for one.
And that's rewarding enough for you. Colin, are you there?
Added? Yes, I am here. I am listening to you.
Whew.
First location. So,
The ship does not dodge very well, but
Use Q to
It'll
make
work.
components
Oh.
to equip.
cool.
open space. Yeah.
Shields held.
So you keep saying, okay, so I need all these components. Some seem very particular.
I give you lists with components. Things that are to have in your world, working like things from my world.
I see. Okay. I'll call you again once I have the basics. Alright, seems like I need all the parts to make this work. Let's see what we got.
So all that dialogue exchange was basically Kala saying, hey, I can make one of these devices that's from my worlds, from my part of the galaxy or universe or wherever she's from. But I need some things that are from your part of the galaxy in order to bring them together. So I need you to collect those things, and then we can figure out next steps. Okay. You'll also note that in this combat sequence, we just had Hive with voice work speaking. This is just because we have a mixture of lines that have been completed already, as well as the text-to-speech of what's just coming soon. So you will have moments where Hive speaks in a robotic tone, and then others where he's speaking in the authentic voice work that's made to be a robotic tone. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. Let me take out this last guy, then we're gonna quickly check our equipment. Oh, we need Clygon. All right, I might have a place where I can go get that, actually. But otherwise, let's go ahead and do this side mission. And also land at the base, because I don't think we've actually landed here yet. And see what this guy wants to tell us about. Because it's very curious that a scientific location is here. So either this is run by the Redeemers or there's a story behind it.
You're not one of them. That is good.
If you mean those crazy cultist nuts, no. I'm not on good terms with them either. I take it they've been through here.
They've been and taken whatever they wanted. There are just 3 of us left. We managed to hide and save some provisions.
It seems as if this whole system has been left to those crazies. How come you're sticking it out?
Commitment to our research. Once we have the data we need, we will organize an evacuation somehow. We have items to trade which should keep us going in the meantime.
Sweet. All right, so I see a couple more questions. Let's knock those out as well. I've asked about the music a lot. Yes, you have. That's fine. Will the music additions get added later? There are more music additions getting added later. Just as, I know there's more to your question, but just to be straightforward here, we want the new systems to have their own unique feels, right? That doesn't only include the visuals, that also includes the audio, right? So absolutely, there will be more music, more tracks, more sound effects, more tweaks and additions here and there. I mean, we know that there's going to be like legendary loot. We already have seen some set items, right? Well, we've only seen one set of items, but they have distinct sounds to them, right? So I think that right now it's safe for you guys to have an expectation of when new equipment shows up, that it's going to sound unique as well. I think that's a safe expectation to have. And I can say that because I know that's what we are planning to do as well. All right. The rest of your question is some of the new tracks in the stream, what I'm assuming is Eric's development build. So it's the music coming even later instead. Yep, we addressed that. And was it supposed to be in the base game? Base game, interesting way to put that. Base game being 1.0, I would consider that. The music will absolutely be in the base game. But since it's a work in progress, and we are making sure that all the components fit together, we're making the music as the content is being made to make it as authentic as possible. You've even seen a bit of our progress pertaining to the music. There was that one hidden track, I believe it was Zarkov, we flew into Zarkov with the music that wasn't approved, right? It was music that was being played around with, but we didn't feel it fit the narrative of what Zarkov was, the vortex. And so we dropped that, we had it redone, and now we're where we're at. So yeah, there will absolutely be more. Absolutely be more. Let's go ahead and quick restock, check our inventory, move some things around. I'm gonna just get rid of these. And do we have anything that's like really outdated that we should replace? 1660, man, all of our stuff's actually good. Oh, our cargo unit sucks. Not really a big deal. It just gives us a couple attribute bonuses, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm not even gonna worry about it. All right.
I sure hope those guys will be alright. That station won't hold up against a concerted assault from the Redeemers.
They
He's not
are
wrong.
professionals. They know the dangers they face by remaining here.
All right, I'm trying to remember how to do this side mission. I haven't done it in a while. There's an entrance point somewhere. The last time I did this side mission, guys, just so you're aware, is when we like first created the side mission itself, like weeks ago. Oh no. I'm gonna need you guys to help me understand the secrets of the game. That's gonna work well. Oh gosh. But the idea behind this mission, this side mission, this location challenge, is that we're gonna take a little trip through these bio plants to not only see what's going on through them. I think it's on the bottom. Is it on the bottom? It is on the bottom. Silly me. To not only see what's in them, but also to kind of like re-experience them if you ever missed any of it. And we have to send a drone through them safely to unlock the contents of the location. So here we see a little bit of Cedo and the cave crawler, or Union and the cave crawlers. We're just gonna try and be careful. Oh gosh. Try that again. So it's actually a little bit better to do like bobbing and weaving throughout this. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness gravy. Is this gonna be the stream today? Is this gonna be the stream today? Oh my goodness. Don't worry, if I fail this like horrendously bad several more times, then we'll just do something that's a bit more impressive and talk about details that are cool. But yeah, each one of these little biomes has a unique challenge, and this one, of course, these cave crawlers spitting acid. You know, it can be pretty hard. It can be pretty hard. They do have a little bit of tracking when they fire. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more try. Then I'm gonna screw this. Game's too hard. These puzzles are dumb. Oh my gosh. You know, we've also rebalanced several of these critters as well. Would you believe that when we first introduced the cave crawlers, they actually shot in exact straight line with wherever your ship currently was, and it was so bad that it was kind of like laughable. Oh gosh, that's gonna be close shot. Don't get me, please. Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Okay, we got cover. Everything's fine. All right, cool. Woo! Excellent. And so then you can go in here, and now you get to go ship mode, and you can take out your aggression. Wonderful. I'm sure that the bio guide, wow, holy cow, that was a lot. I'm not even mad. I'm kind of impressed with these bugs right now. I want one on my side. I will name him Steve. But then you get all the way over here, and you start getting some unlockables. Yay! Then you can also break this thing down. which allows for you to leave. Where does it allow you to leave? Oh my gosh. I've forgotten the side mission entirely. It's been too long. Been too long, guys. I've been procuring all the goods of what's to come. I believe that's actually for the center unit, because you have to break down the shield right here in order to get that secure container. So that was section 1. Now we go to section 2, and we keep doing this until all sections are completed. Excellent. How's he survived streamer hacks? Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, 100% hacking, because clearly I'm an incompetent player. Woo! All right, so next we have the Hydras. Oh man, these are from Cedo, and they will pull you around if you get too close. They also, you can actually see I'm kind of getting pulled here and there, but when they do pull you, they also have that corrosive sort of spit out in front of them, and it will just eat you away rather quickly. But it looks like we found a good pathway around. So all we need to do is hit the, oh, there's this one left. Yep, okay. Good, excellent. Area 2 complete. Wonderful. Couple of sensors. Ooh, an executioner. I do like me some executioners. They are pleasant weapons, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna fly on out of here after number 2, and then we just have the third one left. And then we will go start getting our spatial bypass units. I can show you a couple of locations that I know where you can get certain items, but there will be more on that in the future. So if any of you have ever been like on the forums or on the Discord, be like, hey, where do you get such and such item? Like I'm searching for power cores, you know, whatever. That's kind of random right now. It is. I'm sorry about that. It's just the way that we had to plug it in before we had the systems in place so that you can go to certain places to purchase goods, to have a sort of marketing system at all, which is coming in the future. There will be items that are found at certain regions and locations, and there will be certain storefronts that will value certain items over others. So if you wanted to go after, say, like a trade lane or a trade sort of market, in a way that's like, I guess freelancer-esque, we'll have those opportunities in the future, but it's not going to be like super crazy dynamic to where you're like, got your pen and paper out and you're marking all the different prices. Okay, well this day it's this, and by the hour it's going to change here, and so I'm going to maximize my profits, and I need to follow these pathways. It's not going to be like that, so don't worry about that. But we will have like trade lanes. Those will actually exist in the game in the future to bring elements together. Oh, these jellies are going to hurt my drones so bad. This is not so great. Oh, I forgot the shield generator, the last one. Oh no. Oh no. I have to go back. Whoops. Whoops. That's fine. We'll be quick. My drones. Ouch, my drones. All right, so let's see. We need to go back here. Take out that shield generator. How annoying. The crawlers was probably the most challenging. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree. Each one presents kind of a different challenge that I have to get through, and the crawlers, you know, without having... Actually, can we take a moment and just show how much of a difference it makes when you can boost to the side, like you can boost strafe? It's a pretty remarkable difference, right? Like when you're flying that little drone, you can't do that. You can only move up, down, left, and right. That's it. But when you're in your ship and you're able to like boost to the left or the right or up or down, what a difference. What a difference. So yeah, it's definitely a tricky little process. So now that we've taken care of that, fly back on out of here. Oh, you devious. No, my drone. Oh. Ouch. But we'll head right back on up here. The shields are down because we took out all 3 of the shield generators. We certainly didn't miss any. Nice. Nice. Missiles only deal half of their energy damage to the shield. Yes. Okay. What are we at? We're almost there. We can hang on to that. And then nanoplating, that's also really good. Fantastic. Fantastic drops. All right. I am pleased with that. So now we need to go find some Clygon, solar particles, dark energy, and jump core. So, solar particles and dark energy. We are in the space to find those because you get them from Redeemers and Ancient Wardens. Who'd have thought? All right. Let's see. Let's see what his shop has to offer. Clygon and jump core is really what we're looking for. And we don't see either of those things. Unfortunate. We're probably gonna, pulse laser. Look at all these pulse lasers. Want to scrap this one? We have enough money. I think we're not going to worry about... Oh my goodness. Oh, I like that one. I like that a lot. But the energy damage of just the standard pulse laser, it's nothing to scoff at. Oh, that's tricky. That is tricky to decide between. All right, hang on to them both. Executioner, oh my gosh, I love how much damage that is. If we paired this with the standard pulse laser with the Executioner, that would be so good. Man, it's Christmas. We are getting like all these nice upgrades. It's a little better. Did I scoff at the other weapons? Oh, no. Absolutely not. Another execution. Goodness gravy. These are identical. Look at that. These are identical. I'm sensing a bug happened. We'll have to inspect that. But don't you worry about that for now. And I think what we want to do is do this pulse laser scattergun combo to start getting used to it. So whenever we get to the executioner, it'll be just a nice little exchange. We're also going to sell this, and we're going to sell the biomass. Do we want EMPs or web missile launchers? Probably want EMPs for now. But yeah, look at all this stuff that we're going to hang on to. When we level up, that's going to be nice. So let's hunt down some more solar particles and dark energy. Let's also get one of our drones back. I am pushing the wrong button. All right, we gotta fight. It was a bad lock. Let's focus fire. Cool. Made things a heck of a lot easier. But we do need to get 2 of our drones back. I think this is on the inside, but we might be able to... Oh, no, it's not. All right, cool. Then I saw one more. Oh, it's over there. Whoops. Don't worry about that. We'll buff out those scratches later. I just care about drones right now. All right, we are maxed out on drones. That's going to help our survivability massively. So now let's head on over to another location in the Khaït Nebula and do some puzzles. Whee! So we're gonna go over here. It's a higher level than what we're currently at. But that's okay. That just means better loot, right? So that's where we'll go. That'll buff right out, that's right. Could I cheat in a rapid repeater? Yes. Will I? No. But that does remind me. So there is a bug right now. So any of you gunship fans out there, go ahead and raise your hands. I can't see them at all, so I don't know if you did or not. But regardless, I have caught you with your hand up, and I will say that we are making an adjustment across the board for how the gunship operates. Kind of important detail. So basically there are two different types of weapons, okay? You have single fire, pew, 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 pew. So one at a time fires, and then you have multi-fire, boo, boo, boo. All right, so you got your pew, pew, boo, all right? That's the difference. You're welcome. Basically, in its current form right now in the live version of the game, the gunship doubles the rate of fire. This is applicable to the single fire weapons working as intended. So basically now instead of going pew, 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 it's going pew, 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 right? Because it has 4 mounts instead of just 2. But then there's also a bug. So when you have a multi-fire weapon that fires from all mounts at the same time, you're effectively doing 4 times as much damage now in the gunship as opposed to 2 times, which was the intent. Because not only are you doubling the fire rate in your multi-fire weapons on the gunship, but it's also doubling the number of mounts. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Wonderful. I'm so glad we all passed math there. We're fixing that. So don't get too used to your multi-firing weapons going off the rails, because that will receive an adjustment in an upcoming update. Okay, so that's going to be fixed so the gunship actually works as intended instead of broken as crap right now and does a ton of damage. All right? But why? Because it's doing a ton of damage. It's not balanced. It's actually game breaking. It's actually game breaking. So enjoy it while you can, because some of the shenanigans are fun. But also know, we recognize there's a fun factor there. Okay? We do. We want to make sure that the balance across the board is fair for all ships to have equal opportunities out in the game space. But again, we recognize that there's some fun value there in breaking the gunship like that. So we might see something in the future. That's all I'm going to say. All right.
The Ankh are here.
So
It is
let's
most likely that the Redeemers meddling with sacred ancient structures has
Let's
caught
get
the
some new
attention
stuff.
of your car authorities.
Sure. But I would have expected them to have intervened more heavily by now.
It is possible that their resources are overstretched to dealing with the fragmented situation in KMZ.
It's doing pretty decent damage. Oh gosh. Now we do have to be careful since this guy is 2 levels higher than us. They can absolutely wreck us and our drones, frankly. Trying to drop them so our drones stay alive, and they did. And there's some dark energy, all right? What we're looking for. So give me that sweet, sweet dark energy.
Ancients are approaching. Combat appears inevitable.
I wish I knew what they wanted.
Let's see where those ancients are. Oh, behind us, it seems. So the good news is that the ancients and the redeemers are not aligned. The redeemers will actually fight the ancients. Maybe there's some lore behind why that is, or maybe it's a bug. We keep wasting those missiles. We gotta wait for that lock. There we go. All right, now let's go address this ancient warden, and we'll keep on picking up new goods to help build what we are seeking to build. Too long range, come on, get in range. We do need a better booster, I can't wait to level up. Fighting higher level enemies always does help in that regard. Remember, you can choose if you want to fight higher level or lower level enemies based on where you're going, based on how you're progressing. Yes, we do use level scaling to a degree. We use a dynamic system. That means everything isn't at your level straight up because that would be dumb. And there's also going to be more coming to that system and how it kind of balances things out as more of the game comes into play, right? All right, and there's our solar particles. So we have 17 solar particles. We have 4 dark energy, so we still need more dark energy. And we also have to keep our eyes peeled for that Klygon as well. Also, can we mark the, okay, it is marked. I want to mark this. There we go. All right, so let's head up here. Looking for more dark energy. We're probably gonna drop solar particles, maybe? I don't know. Or an autocannon. Okay. Get one of our drones back. Very good. Then I'll pop over to your questions and whatnot in just a second. I just really want to bring these guys down. Solar particles, there we go. Even though we need dark energy, rip. Whoop. Nice. All right, so we could explore this ancient secret. I kind of want to just keep going to gather more goods. Actually, no, this will give us what we need. So let's go ahead and complete this location challenge as well. Let's see questions real quick. On the same subject, are you familiar with it seeming to double the charge speed on railguns and scatterguns? Yes, it's across the board, Spoon Knight. Yeah. So, I was just having a conversation this morning with Hans Christian about the differences of the weapon types, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of escaped me at the moment, but basically, what it comes down to, if it shoots one at a time, like, so if you have 2 mounts, it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, versus with the gunship, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's doing it twice as fast. So because it's twice as fast and there's 2 more points, it's only doing twice as fast, right? Because it's only shooting 1 at a time. Versus the multi-points, when it's all shooting at the same time, like a railgun, like a scattergun, like a insert weapon that fires twice, like the new pulse laser. Shoot, the name of the new pulse laser. It's evading me. But it fires at the same time, so it not only does it fire twice as fast, but because it has multiple hard points, it's now firing twice as much damage as well. So we just had a synchro pulse, thank you. Because it's firing in sync. Anyway. So yeah, we are definitely aware, and it's gonna be adjusted across the board. Across the board, making our gunship fair. Where's this first one? It's not too far off this one. This is the second one, though. Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh my goodness. You know what would be great is if you could like set markers in this game so that you know exactly where something is. So like I could, I don't know, say for example, go up to this site and just, I don't know, be able to just ping it so that we didn't misplace it. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that just be the coolest thing ever? By the way, don't forget to follow us on our different types of social media. It's quite the fantastic little adventure to see all the things that we're up to. And it's just, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We will share a lot of information here and there and everywhere. And yeah, that's all. I'm totally not doing anything over on the game side. Look, it's still paused. Still paused. Let's get back into combat. We're basically in the same spot. Sweet. Redeemer drone down. Oh, excellent. Give me that wreckage. Oh, yes. Oh, my drones are so happy. My drones are feeling so good. Let's just use it. Let's just take him down. I don't want to be bothered by this guy. Cool. All right, so check this out. There's a pin here. Oh my goodness. It's my alpha pin. Look at those solid graphics. Look at that beautiful circle in place that shows me where it's at. I could see that from anywhere in this map and I would know it was right here, never to be removed. Oh my gosh, isn't that just the coolest thing that you've ever seen of all time? No? That's because the UI is not done and it hasn't been fully implemented yet. But rest assured, we are going to allow you to have a pinning system. So when you're flying around a location and you don't want to forget a place that you went to, you can drop a pin there. And I believe we'll have it to where you can drop up to 3 different pins. So in the same area. So like if you leave an area, you drop more pins, you leave an area, you drop more pins. It's 3 pins per area. So you can keep pinning stuff. And I believe we have an alpha, beta, and a gamma pin, or maybe it's an omega pin. I can't remember. We're using the Greek lexicons though, so the naming convention is appropriately similar to the Greek alphabet. But yeah. So we're doing that. But also I just disabled the pin because we don't need it since this is the first site we need to go to. Also a couple other little details. The UI for like the ancient rune is actually going to get updated because we want it to look more ancient-y. Also to be more distinct from just like what looks to be like an energy socket. So that will change. I can't remember if this needs to face it or face away. Oh my gosh. There's a couple where it needs to face it and there's a couple where it needs to face away. So let's go ahead and find the other rune. I think it's over here. Cool. We'll take this back with us as well. Oh, that's the wrong way to go. Doing a little bit of conservation of my energy by using my inertia dampeners. All right, so these either face inward or outward. Nope, they need to face inward. There we go. So this ancient jar should have some more resources that we're looking for. Yeah, 1. All right, that's fine. Somehow I deserve that. I'm not sure why. That's fine. We'll keep getting these resources. Oh my gosh. All right, so I see some more questions being asked. Let's go ahead and dive in real quick. The high-risk areas needs a workover towards more like a mix of the exploratory and harder enemy, like a raid sort of. No, I disagree. And I want to explain why. Because one, high-risk areas are very much intended to be one single pocket of enemies that you are challenged by, and you have like a little boss. Like it's just supposed to be a one and done sort of experience. A more raid-like sort of thing, the way that I view that would be like a multi-mission sort of thing, like a side mission maybe, or perhaps a late game incentive sort of thing, which I am not alluding to whatsoever, and I didn't say a word about anything that we are working on for the future of EVERSPACE 2. I want to be very clear in that, okay? So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. That's all. That's all. Let's see, RNG attacks, yes, absolutely. I see Florian over here with lots of comments. Let's catch up real quick. Love your videos, insane, and your insane dance. Thank you, I appreciate that. Question is, will there be more visibility upgrades? Because on maps with Nebula, it feels impossible to find hidden chests. Yes, we have seen this concern from the community, and we also have it internally. Some of us within Rockfish so we have like that orange outline that kind of helps guide you to certain items over others, right? Even if your vision was impaired. And right now, our sensors don't have a lot of unique modifiers on them. And there are definitely more modifiers coming. Man, I am tiptoeing around details today. But rest assured, we do know that it is a challenge to see pretty clearly in certain areas. Now, that said, those locations are handcrafted intentionally. So a lot of the cloud effects, like especially if we're like going around in Union, right? As we're flying around in Union, some sites like the Zarkov border, the clouds are done in a way to guide you down pathways to find new stuff. You're not supposed to just fly through the clouds, because if you do, it's going to be hard to see. Like that's going to be an inherent thing. You fly directly into the clouds at a site, you're not going to be able to know if you're flying headlong into an asteroid or not, right? So, but still, we do recognize that's something that's happening. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's see. I like the UI update that lets you see if dampeners are on or off. Yeah, it's very subtle sort of addition in the upper left. If you look in the very, very upper left where my 6 drones are at, to the right, there's a yellow box. So you can tell that my inertia dampeners are off and I'm floating about. And whenever I turn them back on, that box goes away. You see that? Upper left. Very, very subtle sort of thing. And also I will mention that when you're looking at the dashboard, there's nothing that shows up in the dash. We are aware of this. Something might change. Not guaranteeing anything. Someone's gonna slap me when I get off of this stream. Like, Michael's gonna be like, so Eric, we need to talk about how you tease people during the course of these streams. But I digress. All right, let's go ahead and grab some more goods. Because the more I'm doing in-game stuff and the less I'm talking, it means I'll have my job situation's more secure. All right, perfect. Let's grab this ancient rune, and we are going to fly on over here, plug in the deets. Well, obviously, you guys know that I love you all, and I want to give you as much information as humanly possible that I'm allowed to distribute. There is so much coming, and man, it's exciting. It's pretty exciting. I hope that you guys are on board, because it's gonna be a fun, wild ride. Michael says he's busy elsewhere, but he's still listening. Oh, So hey, I have to use the bathroom. 1 second, guys. I just this is a great time to talk about how there's Discord and Twitch and YouTube. But seriously, if you want to get all the latest and greatest information, guys, I can't express enough that the best place to find that, aside from the streams itself, like these are absolutely 100% live, and whatever I say is out there forever. But also, like, this is where we do show a lot of what we're working on, right? So we do appreciate you guys showing up just to be here for the conversation or just for the visual improvements that we've been up to. That's huge. But do know that we are everywhere on the internet. So if you ever have a burning question or a comment, a suggestion, you know, whatever, take the appropriate avenue and reach out to us. We're a very transparent development studio, and we like to be engaged with you guys. And while we can't please every single person, we do want to make sure that if there's something that the game space needs and you guys have an idea, we're gonna see if we can find a way to bring that all together. So sincerely, and also, Instagram is a great spot for you guys to see all of your sweet, sweet screenshots that you have been sharing. The fan art has been huge too. Oh my goodness. All right, so much stuff. Sorry. Anyway, we're back. We're back. I didn't do any cheeky sort of things. I probably should have been looking for the freaking next site to go to. That would have been smart. Let's see. We just did this. We unlocked that thing. Let's go ahead and fix our one drone up who has 1 hit point of damage. Perfect. And now let's head on over to that last ancient lens. Maybe 2 more ancient lenses. I can't remember. Also, we will have a little bit of frame rate droppage here. It's something about the capture and this location. But rest assured, we are all good. Whoop! A little too far. Done and done. Up, up. There we go. Boop. The screen really needs to toggle the turn music down to hear Eric better. Oh, I should probably just turn the music down so you guys can hear me better. I think that's more of a me problem than anything else. I'll try to remember to adjust that. Maybe when we get to the end of the stream, you can be like, hey, do that thing you said you were gonna do. Should help out. Get these pieces of debris out of the way. Nobody wants you here, debris. All right, last one here. Boop. Excellent. See if we can maybe get another dark energy from this Redeemer. Wow, we went way too far. What am I doing? Solar particles, all right. The dark, in fairness, the dark energy comes a lot more from the ancients than anything else. Also, you know what that upgrade means? You know what that upgrade means? Oh! Oh, equipment upgrades. All right, so let's get the autocannon on here. Let's get, or actually, wait, no, do we want the Baron Executioner? And then let's start off with just the standard pulse laser. And we'll also go with the Starforged shield. Oh my gosh, that shield is just so much better. Also the booster, yep. Yeah, the recharge speed's kind of crappy, but that's because the recharge booster's excelling at recharge speed. But that's fine. We'll have to do this at a station, but I'm also gonna go ahead and start scrapping some of this other stuff. We're gonna hang on to that. We're gonna get rid of this. Nope. Nah, this one's gone. Nah. Yeah. Nah, nope. We're gonna keep what we have. All right, cool. I'm incredibly definitive of what I'm choosing because it's not even like, oh, I'm gonna hang on to this one and decide later. I just scrap it. That's just how I play games like this. All right, so now we need to figure out the rest of this puzzle. Ironically enough, I remember how to do this one. right? Very good. I see Larry and Devs, and my mind immediately went to Boulder's Gate. What are you guys saying over here? Every early access game should be done, the streams. Oh, well, thank you for that. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, we feel the same. Just being able to like be transparent with you guys and show you what's going on through development, it's huge for us because we want that line of communication. Like if we're just on a forum or something, it's not necessary, it doesn't necessarily come across, right? And I'm sure you guys have probably ventured onto our forums and you'll see some of those characters who don't quite understand just how transparent we actually are. And that's okay. You don't have to try and explain to them, be like, no, you guys are wrong. The developers are amazing, blah, blah. You don't have to defend us, it's fine, you know. But the streams are, like, these are community-based streams. They are for you so that you can be here, be present, have your questions answered directly. So thanks for that affirmation. But yeah, I mean, we do feel that it's a necessity moving forward with an early access development, for sure. So I think we're on the same exact page there. Very, very good. Very good. Yeah, and there are other development teams that do that as well, and I think it's great. Yep. All right, so back to EVERSPACE 2 content. Let's see. I need more drop chance on risky areas. Okay, so the high risk locations, because I love fighting 20 enemies and eradicate all with a single blast of the ARC 9000. Yeah, so yeah, balance of those high risk areas are not done. I mean, they're called high risk areas, right? Are they actually high risk right now? I don't know. So we'll see what happens in the future, but there's definitely room for improvement there. And also we haven't seen higher level locations with a mixture of new enemies that you haven't seen yet. Oh my gosh, here I go again. I'm sorry, Michael, I'm just excited, okay? Anyway, but yeah. Any teasers for future vision for crafting system? No, I don't, but what I can say, some of the stuff that we have shared, is that pertaining to the crafting system and what you can do here, in particular, I should actually go to the modify system. There's more coming to this. We don't want the crafting system to be the be-all, end-all way to get the best stuff in the end game, but we do want it to be a complement to that. So what that means is in the end game, we don't want crafting to not be serviceable anymore, right? So if our max level is level 30, right, then that would mean that adapt item, when you're at level 30 and you're only getting level 30 items, or you're getting levels that are less than level 30, this is completely worthless and no longer has value, right? We understand that. We want there to be value in some way, shape, or form from everything that you can use to modify your gear, okay? That's what we're aiming for, okay? And in regards to the crafting, like, there's been a lot of feedback pertaining to our crafting system, which is not done, but that's fine. Like how, in order to get certain types of prefixes or certain types of weapons themselves, like variations of weapons themselves, you have to just constantly roll. And while there is an intentionality for gambling using the crafting system, we also recognize the fact that it can be very frustrating when you roll and you spend, like, in some cases hundreds if not thousands of your crafting resources and get nothing even close to what you were aiming for. We understand that. And we want to create a couple more tools to help guide our crafting system and our modifying system in a direction to help you get closer to that more efficiently, especially if you're putting in the time to earn these resources, okay? In regards to how detailed I can speak towards that, I am being vague intentionally. More on this in the future. More on this in the future. So yeah, that's about as deep as I can go right now. There's that dark energy. All right. We're also getting some mainframe expansions from all of this, which is also good. I think we're gonna need to do one more side mission, and then we need to get some Clygon, which I know a place where we can get the Klygon as well. A lot of the places where your objective is to destroy the asteroid, it will drop Klygon ore, and usually a Klygon core as well, which are 2 different resources. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, this site. This site, the trial site. You want a rapid mean laser? That sounds cool. Oh my goodness. Cap Almondiga? I did not hit her. I did not. It's BS. Oh, hi, Mark. Welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness. These power crystals. There's something fierce too. They have that spread damage, the AoE damage. You gotta be real careful with that. Especially in the Vindicator. Take out these drones even though it's healing their other guys. And then we are going to take out this Disciple. You know, I love how I talked about the AoE weaponry that they're firing at me and then I'm just completely ignoring it. All right, I'm changing the focal point. All right, if we can get their shields down, I'm pretty sure we can pummel this guy. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of space from the fighters. This might also help with the fighters. Perfect. More dark energy. I think we have enough. I think we have enough dark energy. So instead of continuing this side mission, we're instead going to find some Klygon ore. So let's see. First, let's check the Akrot trading station. He might be selling some, actually. Man, we also need to repair our drones. Ooch. Is the Vindicator your new beloved ship? From a personal standpoint, I am very pleased with the addition of the Vindicator. In general, when I'm playing the video games, I don't tend to play summoner type builds. I have fun with them. It's just not my playstyle. So while I appreciate the Vindicator and I love where it's going from here that hasn't been revealed yet, my heart resides in another ship. All right, let's see. We're just gonna ignore these punks. No, we're going straight for the base. We're gonna try and streamline this a little bit. A little bit. We're gonna conserve energy with our inertia dampeners being off. Look at us. We're cheating the game. Oh, it's not cheating. It's a tactic. All right. Let's go ahead and quick repair, quick restock, and then let's see what he has. Do you have the goods? Do you have the... He ain't got it, folks. He ain't got it. All right. Let's see. What time is it? Okay, so if we don't get what we need here pretty soon, I'm just gonna acquire it by other means. Because I want to show you the cool stuff. Let's be clear. I want to show you the cool stuff. So let's go ahead and head back to the Rhine Gate. Will drones ever be repairable from a station? This is something we've talked about internally. We've also talked about should nanobots repair drones. Long story short, don't worry. We're thinking about these things too. There will be adjustments and improvements in the future. So good observation, and don't worry, we got you covered. We will get you covered, I should say. Ooh. Implying what's on screen isn't cool. Did I do that? Oh, I'm sorry. This is my bad. What about weapon and device mods? Are they gonna be in the game as well? I cannot comment on that yet. I can't comment on that yet. Slip of the tongue. Let's repair our drones. Oh man, seeing normal outlaws again. It's like, wow, this is nice. All right, change of pace.
Ancients incoming. What do
We don't need to fight any more ancients, but this is going to be a thing that happens since we unleashed the ancients. Here are drones. Ah, we had to get a new drone. We're gonna repair up and then we're gonna GTF up. All right. So what we're doing is we're gonna head over to a location where I'm pretty sure we can get a some glycon. Is it this? Is it the gas field? Actually no. I think it's Divana gas orbit, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we haven't released the virus yet. Oh gosh, that's nice. We'll just never do that. It'll never happen. Love this game, been hangry for a good space sim. All right. I'm glad that you are enjoying the game for what it's worth. I wouldn't classify the game as a space sim necessarily, but yeah. I mean, we definitely put a lot of emphasis on it being a fast-paced looter shooter in space, right? Frantic combat sort of thing first, but of course it's in an open world environment using RPG mechanics, so there's elements, there's traces of a space sim, but we don't necessarily call it a space sim. Releasing intelligent adapting virus, no thanks, right? We'll just dodge that. All right, so are you gonna have the goods that I seek? One of these places around here has it, I know it. I know it. You're not even selling goods. Why did I land here? Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing. Here we are.
Looking for a good deal?
Yes.
Maybe.
All right, what do you got? Ah! Currently in the ROCKFISH game stream, the streamer is experiencing something known as bad RNG. This might be a side effect of playing for frequent amounts of time and enduring something that just doesn't quite feel just right. As such, I'm a freaking cheat. So guys, give me 1 second and I'm gonna jump on over to this thing because I really want to show you the fast travel system a little bit more so you know what's going on. So I'm gonna show you guys this other stream one more time. And also, hang on a second, I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit here. But yeah, also note that we recognize that some of the items can be a little bit more challenging to find than others. We get it. It can be incredibly frustrating. And through that, just note that we are finding solutions to this. They just haven't been implemented yet. So give me a second to try and remember the contents of what I need. Let's see, it was Clygon, dark energy, solar particles, and jump cores. All right. Be right back in just a moment, folks. There's nothing on the screen going on whatsoever that you can't see. really do appreciate your guys' patience with me, as sometimes these events can, you know, they can kind of go a little bit sideways, and it's very unintentional. Oh my gosh, did we have the music? No, we didn't. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just like our goods here, oh my gosh, we found more dark energy while you were gone. We got some Clygon, we got some jump cores. So let's go ahead and get a new location on the map and establish it properly. Planetary jump, what? What? I thought we fixed that. That's fine. All right, so we are going to the gas field over here. Man, look at all of the things that we haven't done yet. So many things. Consumables generally need more usefulness. Yes, we are aware. Clygon and gas fields, good luck finding it. Yeah, I knew that. I just, for some reason, I was thinking that the gas fields was selling gas-like and ore-like products, but no, that's in Cedo. There will be more adjustments to that all in the future. Don't worry too much about it. All right, so here we have everything we need, and we are going to construct a spatial bypass. So we created one at the home base, right? And now at key points across the stars, we are able to go boop, and we have another one.
It's done. Kala, are you there? I established the first spatial bypass. The first trip.
Yes. I see increase of energy from where you are. You can use RIP to come back here and go back now.
Oh right. There's only one more location at the home base. I need to establish more points if I want to get around quickly.
Yes. You can build more. I already gave you places to use. It not work in all places.
Got it. Let's try this out now, shall we?
Perfect.
No. You risk being translocated to your grave.
It was a hypothetical question, Hive. I really don't need your opinion.
Get wrecked.
This technology goes against all science. I thoroughly disapprove of it.
All right, cool. So whenever you activate a spatial bypass, what it does is it highlights all the spatial bypasses you have on the world map. So as you can see, we only have the one here in Rhodia orbit, which is the home base, and then we also have the one in the gas field. Now we can continue building more of these across the stars, and basically once you do that, and you highlight them over here, like this is just going to show you the normal locations, but if you highlight them, you get them all orange, you can then just choose the site, and as you can see on screen, you can travel there. Just boom, instantaneously. Don't have to worry about anything else. Fast travel initiated. Now, I also mentioned this before. The fast travel system is not 100% done. So there is still more coming to it.
See, Hive? It wasn't all that bad.
On appearances, yes. Although we should account for the possibility that we have entered a parallel universe.
With a similarly grouchy onboard AI? I doubt it, Hive. You are one of a kind.
The probabilities are equally probable.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that's one of the fastest ways to get around the stars as of right now in your current build. Building those up and then popping them down. All right, so let's go ahead and head to our storage. I'm gonna laugh if we have Clygon in here. We do, we have one Clygon. Okay, I don't feel that bad. All right, we started collecting a bit of dark energy though, and solar particles. Look at all this stuff. Goodness gravy, I am such a hoarder. And I will never change. That's just gonna be who I am. Go ahead and take out the solar particles, in fact. I'll make sure we have enough for all the other locations. Also swap out our nanoplating, get rid of this other one. We'll put the jump, oh no, we need the jump cores. We had a lot of jump cores actually. We didn't need those. Get rid of this. This is fine. I think I want to keep, actually no, we're going to swap to the autocannon because Vindicator doesn't necessarily want to get up close and personal. So while I do love the Executioner, it's not a good thing to have when you have your drones already flying around your opponents. So we're gonna stay at range with the autocannon. We're gonna get rid of the blaster and the high capacity rocket launcher. And we'll kind of hang on to everything else there. Because I'm just not 100% sure how I feel about, oh, this is garbage. We can get rid of that. All right, cool. We'll hang on to our Executioner, maybe for another ship or something. And now that we've jumped back to the home base, we can head on over to Union and start making a couple more as well. The spatial bypasses. Upgrade perks? Oh, I probably should have. It's fine. It's fine. Are you aware that in Superlight, planets don't have collision as well as stars, so challenge mastery becomes much easier? Yeah, we're aware. We originally had it like, I don't even know how long ago now. And it created some pretty big issues, actually. It's kind of a complicated process to talk about, and I would probably have to scratch a couple brains on the team, like Marco or Hans Christian or Andy, or maybe even anyway, I'd have to talk to somebody about specifically what was happening and why we ended up removing it. But long story short, it was creating some issues. So we removed it temporarily, but that will absolutely be back. It's very intentional to have it when you collide with a celestial object, you will explode. All right. But we also want to make sure that it looks somewhat interesting. So don't expect something super crazy fancy, of course. But you don't want to fly into celestial objects in space. Just that's the be all end all of that. But right now you can. Oh man, isn't early access fun? All right. Let's fly. Shoot, what do we have here? We have so many missions that we haven't done. Oh yeah, we have a new mission from the trader guy. Your favorite character is Maurice. Oh yeah, Maurice is a lot of fun. Ooh. Autocannon's the bomb. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna collect some loot before we go, because you never know what else you're gonna need. There's a decent amount of scrap metal too, so. All right, so now let's head on over, not Prescott. Actually, yes, Prescott. Actually, no. I'm being indecisive. We need to go to, there's two locations here. Let's go to this undiscovered site first. I still dig Union's music. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, all right. So yeah, there are two spatial bypass locations within Union. So that way you can get straight to Prescott, which a lot of people are probably gonna like a lot. And then there's this one that's on the other side of Union as well, so that you can kind of wrap your head around any other locations without crossing the entire location itself in one go. Ouch. That was a lot of words for me basically saying convenience.
Nothing changes without risk.
Ooh, sniper drone. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, there we go. Good drones. All right, so now let's head on over to Prescott. We're just establishing our network here. I could search for the hidden stash, but nope. I want to get these bypass units up, because like once these are up, man, traveling becomes so much easier, I feel like. All right, so I'm getting a little bit of infos for actually Igmar. I'm trying to figure out who you're responding to. Hang on a second. Oh, you're talking about the celestial bodies. Okay, so Igmar on the team he is hooking me up with a little bit of information. He says that the problem was that the autopilot, the AKA obstacle avoidance system, was leading you directly into celestial bodies if traveling from certain locations to others, and that was a game breaker in our eyes. So basically, when you were selecting a location, your ship would automatically crash and get destroyed, and you'd have to reload your save from the previous location you were traveling from. We didn't like that, so that's why we removed it for now. That system will be reworked and adjusted. I want a dancing Eric on a Prescott Starbase billboard. No, nobody wants that. You can, you guys, look, if at the end of the day, if you really want that, you guys are weird. But if you really want that, then this is your space to get that. The Friday streams where I'm gonna be super chill and we're gonna have a fun time and I'm gonna dance and look like an absolute moron and a nerd, and I'm okay with that. But please do not take this and implement it. No, it's ours. It's only ours. Everybody watching the stream, that's who this belongs to. That's who this belongs to. No one else gets that. All right, another spatial bypass. Boom!
A new spatial bypass location to add to the network.
Leaving possibly unstable miniature wormholes throughout the cluster may come back to haunt you at a later point.
They're not wormholes. Geez, Hive, were you paying attention? Gosh. Man. Let's see. Let's also check the shipyard. Not because there's anything new that I get to tease, unfortunately. Because I would love to accidentally show you a new ship, but nope. But just a quick stop by, just to look at what other ship options we have. We could get a Cyclops. That could be fun to cycle over towards. A Liberator, okay. A Hawk. Ooh, I do like the look of the Hawk. I do like the Hawk. Reaver, okay, all right, okay, all right. The Sentinel mains out there. What's your preferred wing? Do you like the Reaver? You know? Ooh, a Harbinger. Ooh. A Harpy. Harpy's good looking too. The Spirit. Oh man, you can't go wrong with the Spirit. It's just it's so classic, so dignified. We got another Liberator. We got a Griffin. Griffins look great. That's a sexy looking ship right there. Oh my goodness. Ooh. We might have to get that one just for the good looks factor. That's great. And then a Cyclops, another Cyclops. I do like the all white. Anything stand out to you guys? Should we change up our ship? Should we stay with the Vindicator? We're not bound to the Vindicator for the stream. I'm just mostly showing it off because, you know, it's brand new. We might hang out with the Vindicator for the rest of the stream because there's only 20 minutes, but when we start the next stream, we'll probably buy something new. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Show up early, start throwing out your ideas of what you want. Maybe we'll make something happen. All right, so let's just take a quick look at our perks. Put a little bit of scrap. Oh, we need one more scrap. Oh, one more scrap. I'm sure we can find that in a debris field or something where they do populate frequently. All right, so let's go ahead and bounce out of here. And we can use our spatial bypass here just to do a little bit of quickness, a little improvement. So we'll kind of jump over Union and then we'll fly over to Zarkov to build our last one. At least I think it's the last one. Oh no, we have 2 more to go. We didn't get the one in the Khaït Nebula yet. Whoops. Silly me. But we are going to travel here. Zip on over. You like your elongated cockpit Vanguard? I call it the Goose. So what you're saying is you'd like to name your own ship? Is that what I'm discovering there? Oh boy, aren't these streams fun? All right, let's go. Oh, I do have 3 mainframe bypasses. Thanks for that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get something. Shoot. Honestly, we need more expertise here, but to be on the safe side, we could do structure. I mean, our firepower is not bad, but it's not good. It's, oh gosh, man. So actually, while I make this and while I'm applying this, I think now's a good time to also mention that the augmentation as well of the ship, there will very much be a balancing pass. We've seen a couple people say that like at the very start of the game, you get an augment, and it's huge. It's a game changer because of how much it can stack. Yes, and in the late game being level 20, the augments basically don't hardly do anything. Also fairly true. We recognize that. Something will change about that. All right. Why didn't I respawn with the spatial bypass effect? Oh, did it not trigger? Wait, there's a bug with that right now, so I wouldn't worry about it. How much content will be kept back from the early access version for the full release? Lyric, this is an interesting question. Lyric? I'm gonna say your name is Lyric over on YouTube. So basically, to answer that question, it's complicated to give percentages and stuff, but for all intents and purposes, what I will say is that approximately we're around 65 to 70% of the content of EVERSPACE 2 being present. So from now until full release, I believe that Michael has alluded to a plan of having some element of an update next year, right? Some element of an update, because we're talking about the 2022 roadmap, right? We're talking about spring being this important time, right? So when we reveal more information on what's coming to the game, like we'll have a pretty strong pocket of information at that time. Maybe at the end of this year to allude to what's coming, and then obviously in the spring itself, boom, we'll have a lot of goods there. How much that will be in regards to the full completion of the game, it's so hard to say. That could be another 5% to the game. That could be another 10% of the game. And so we might end up having like 20% of the full game to wait until full release. We're absolutely not going to reveal all of the story, for example. We don't want to give you all of the gameplay mechanics and features, right? We want some of that stuff to invoke a change accordingly once you discover it at the full release itself. But the early access has definitely been a great part in helping refine what's looking good directions to take and what's hasn't been so good of directions to take, along with your feedback. So long story short, what I'm saying is about 70%, and then we'll have maybe 5 to 10% more next year. So yeah. And you know, granted, a lot of the stuff that's currently in the game can also get modified and changed in subtle ways, but it's not like we're gonna redo the entire game. So I certainly wouldn't say we're like 5% done. I feel like that would be very misleading. All right, let's get on over to Zarkov, build one more spatial bypass at least. Oh man, I thought I wasn't gonna trigger that. Ooh, a Ravager? Let's take this guy out. I want a little bit more goods. Good, good. All right, now we can go. Yeah, we are a little bit, since we're at level 18, Union is now lower level locations to us. So they're not gonna be too challenging for us to pass through. We're not doing community content today. We'll do that next week. And also for those of you guys who like plan out your schedules like super in advance, also know that we will not have a stream. Let me check the calendar really quick. So we'll have a stream next week, but then the 3rd, December 3rd, the first week in December, we will not have a stream that day. I will be out and about doing a great many other things. So we'll have a community stream next week with content, and also teases. I'm absolutely going to be showing stuff next week. I don't care if Michael's like, no, you're not going to. I'm going to. And then from there, we will. Oh wait, we already created one in Zarkov, did we not? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm a doofus. I could have just warped over here. It's fine. The music's awesome. The music's awesome. Let me shut up for a second. Let's just listen to the music. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, I might drop a dedicated 2022 roadmap, 2021 recap, addressing most burning questions, news update in December. Maybe, says Michael. All right, fair. That's fair. I keep pushing this notion like we're gonna drop all this content by the end of this year. Honestly, I hope we do, and I'm pretty sure that we will. But there, Michael says, he says a big old maybe, and he's winking at you guys. So there is your confirmation, I guess. But rest assured, we want to make sure that you guys know what's going on, right? Like I say it like 10 times per stream. We're a transparent development company. If we're not telling you how things are going, we're doing it wrong. So we'll probably have a content drop to give you guys the goods and the knowledge of what's to come relatively sooner than later. Relatively sooner than later. You're just waiting for a Game Pass fix. Now, there was an update to the Game Pass last week, the beginning of this week. It was recent. Let me look my numbers. We got an update. I don't know what that was. Sorry, that was weird. On the 15th. So yeah, earlier this week there was a hot fix for the Microsoft Game Pass. Is there another issue that you're having, 16x a second? Content drop as an information or game content? Okay, now I think I'm mixing things around. Basically, long story short, we're gonna have more information on what's to come, the future of EVERSPACE 2, probably wink wink nudge nudge by the end of this year. We'll wrap that up. Pertaining to the Game Pass fix, I'm legitimately curious about what's going on. For the Crystal Explosion crash. Crystal Explosion crash? I'm not sure I know about that one. Has that been reported to the forums? Because unfortunately, while I would love to, you know, do bug fixing on the spot and have that be a focal point of the stream, it's not really. But I do encourage you, like if you are having a major issue with the game, like it's causing a game crash like that, to let us know about it on the forums. Like heading it over to the Steam forums or the GOG forums. Steam seems to be a much more lively place. If you head on over to the Steam forums, you can compose your experience there and say, when I do this, this thing happens. We'll get on it. The forums are great because it catalogs everything. You let me know during the middle of the stream, I've got so many things to worry about. It's just gonna go in one ear and out the other. Unfortunately, I don't wanna do that to you. You deserve to have your voice heard. So that's why I say head on over to the forums to do that. So that way we can make sure we nail it down. Ingmar is also says, look at this. Ingmar is just dropping the deets. Thank you so much. What a champion. What a champion. He says, we are working on that issue. We hope to have a version for certification ready on the beginning of next week. So what that means, just to point out some clarity there, certification does not mean it will be updated, right? So certification comes first, and then there's usually a couple week process until it's live. So, so that means beginning of next week, we'll get everything taken care of. Bugs should be fixed, and then we'll see the results. Let's see, that would be right before the end of the month. Cool. Very good, very good. Yeah, and YouTube, thanks so much. I'm jumping between chats. You guys are great. You're very patient with me. I do appreciate that. Very, very good. The OSD will be released, full release. I'm glad you like the music. I'm glad you like the music. We're pretty happy with the results thus far. And when we're not happy, we kill it and we make Game Run redo the music. We've adjusted so many sound effects too. Like, oh my gosh. I'm sure you guys have noticed that through development. Added new sounds and all that stuff. Yeah, but like, I mean, a lot of it comes down to like what we like internally. Like, do we think it feels good? Does it fit the vision? Yes, no, cool. And then it's like we go to the forums and you guys are like, this system is crap. It sounds like garbage. Oh, this weapon sounds like a pea shooter. Okay, all right, noted. Let's all talk about this internally. Does it actually sound like crap, or is this person just angry? You know, we kind of like have that discussion. Well, you know, I like it because of this reason. I like it because of that reason. We come to a conclusion. We say, all right, it stays. That person just unfortunately is unhappy. They didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and they should probably ditch that girlfriend because she's not treating them well. Or, you know, we say, you know what, they're right. We suck, and we need to do better, and we'll fix this. Yeah? It's all part of the process. But yeah, we're pretty happy with the music. All right, last one up.
Bypass location to add to the list.
You took the words out of my mouth. Hi. But your tone is far off the mark.
You can hardly expect me to be pleased by yet another deposit of this abomination. The rules of physics left scattered in the cluster.
Oh, Hive, so
Last
great.
one. For now.
You mean there will be more?
If I have my way, we just need to see what Kala can rustle up.
If there is an afterlife, as some humans used to believe, expect yours to be an eternity of early physicists lining up to slap you across the face.
10,000 credits and a rare level 18 webmine launcher. Don't mind if I do. Oh my goodness. All right, so we've completed our rips in space. We have a few more side missions that we will be tackling, but not today. We are getting near the end of the stream, so we're going to capture the rest of your questions, make sure that we are good, and move forward from there. But we are going to go ahead and we're just going to save right here, stream save. Excuse me. Sincerely, next week I do have a plan to run from the dev branch again. Today, for anyone who missed it, we have been running from the standard Steve build that you guys, I said Steve build. Guys, this is the Steve build. This is the Steam build that I've been running from, that you've all had access to, because our dev branch currently got a couple of tricky little bugs right before the stream. Not a big deal, but we'll iron those out. Next time when we dive in, I should be going from that side. I'll actively be able to show you some of the UI updates that we've been working on, as well as address a couple of other little issues and maybe accidentally pick up things that I'm not supposed to show yet, just completely by chance, and by no means is prepared for the stream itself. Excellent. But yeah, otherwise, let's see a couple of questions. Oh my gosh, I see one question that it makes me smile. So Lavi, I can tell that you've played EVERSPACE 1 and it sounds like you even kind of enjoyed the story a bit. Says, will you add the lab from Sector 7? Well, spoiler alert, we can't, because EVERSPACE 2 takes place after the events of EVERSPACE 1. But I like where your mind's at, and I just want to smile at you because I do love that question. And it is no surprise whatsoever that this map that we are flying through, this is part of the DMZ. So you're events of Everspace 1 would have potentially happened through these systems. You could have actually gone through Zarkov. You could have actually gone through Union in bits and pieces as you're playing through Everspace 1. It just wasn't distinguished on the map because A, we didn't have the world built out yet, but B, because like you're getting these random situations through a roguelike run, right? So could specific locations from Everspace 1 appear in Everspace 2? Sure, they could. Just like the characters can come back, just like certain events could come back, certain like other sort of parallels can come back. Absolutely, it's more than possible. So we'll see what happens in the future. It'll be a fun little ride, I'm sure. All right, let's see. What else we got? Question about Repeater, the Bloodstar shotgun. Are they actually currently showing only 50% of their DPS and I scrapped a ton of good superior guns? Ooh, is there an issue with the Bloodstar shotgun? Is there? I love the Bloodstar shotgun. I think it's amazing. I don't think they're only showing 50% of their DPS. Where did you hear that from? I'm curious. Let's see over on Twitch. Can we donate money to improve development? Buy the game for your friends. That would be the best way to do so right now. If you are referring to any sort of like store page where you could buy mugs and t-shirts and whatever else, we have had conversations about a storefront. But if that would be something, well, a couple of things. One, we would make those announcements accordingly so that they're official and everybody knows. Two, there would be a place to go for that, which we currently don't have. And three, we did do that with Everspace 1, so I guess it's possible. It's possible. It just doesn't exist right now. So yeah, best way to support us is to provide feedback. That's huge. Feedback goes a lot of ways. Or, you know, you can purchase the game multiple times and share it with friends, you know, gift it on their, if they've got it on their wish list, stuff like that. That's always huge. That always helps out. Let's see, what else we got? If we went through those locations, then man, all those blown up space stations are gonna hate me. Yeah, I mean, so savage. Like, I think whenever, shoot, how many hours do I have in Everspace 1? On my personal Steam account. Let's just check this really quick. I have 825.1 hours in Everspace 1. That does not include all of the playtesting outside of Steam or on other accounts or on other consoles. But I have well over 10,000 outlaw kills. But so there's there might be a discrepancy there. So while there might not be like a complete 100% carryover of how you ended your particular game in Everspace 1, there is a certain point where the events of Everspace 1 very much impact the events of Everspace 2. All right, guys, you are continuing to ask questions and I love it, but the time is up. Oh my gosh, I know. It's sad, but it's just where we're at. You guys have been awesome today, though. It's been such a good stream. Got through the rest of the content that is available. So when we pick up next week, we'll be going in a couple of the secrets. We'll be showing some new details. We'll also be teasing you a little bit because I love to do that, and I know that you want it. So we will be going in that direction. But otherwise, I have to get out of here. And you guys too. You got weekends to get to. So I have been Eric Schrader, the community ambassador for ROCKFISH Games. You have been awesome. And all I ask is that you don't stop being awesome. And we'll catch you in the next stream next week. All right. Toodles. I don't really have anything else to tease right now, but I will say, just sincerely, If you want to support us more, feedback is a great option. Like, even you don't have to like throw money in our faces. If it's just you want to have a little conversation, you like the game, but there's something that's holding you back, or you feel like it deserves a little bit more in some regard or another, head on over to those Steam forums. Let us know your thoughts. That helps so much. Also, always feel free to join us for a conversation on Discord. We are down to clown and have a good time. So thank you so much for your support. Have a great weekend, dudes.